Guys, it's me, Nevin, yet again with another video. And there is a way that I use to make sure that I'm consistently putting in the work for self improvement. And I'm not gonna waste any of your time here. And I really do believe that this will work wonders for you. And can you guess what it is? It's accountability. So, accountability is basically this thing that keeps us true to our word. So it's basically what keeps us reliable and or makes us feel guilty if we didn't do what we said we were going to do, right? And this is amazing for us young men in self-improvement because if there's something that keeps us more inclined to do the work, then bro, that's amazing. Like we definitely need that, right? And this is the way that I've gone about in using accountability on my self-improvement journey and how it's just 10x my growth. I'm pretty sure, like I can't track it, but like it's really played a huge part of my self-improvement journey. And I've split them into three factors, and I call them the three accountability partners that I use to make sure that I'm consistently putting in the work. So my first accountability partner, my first ever accountability partner, was my best friend. So me and my best friend go way back. We're pretty much like brothers, and we're really close. And it's pretty amazing to have like another man, uh, definitely like your best friend, to also be on holistic self improvement, to take self improvement just as seriously as you take it. They also work on business. They also work on meditation, reading, journaling, working on their purpose and stuff like that. It's really great to have like another man beside you who is on your same level. So I'm super grateful that we're both on like this journey together, and we both relatively started self improvement at the same time. We both just started watching and consuming like a bunch of Hamza videos, and plus, at least for me, I saw what we started both watching a lot of Hamza videos, and eventually we took like we started taking action together, and suddenly, man, like from before we were on self improvement to like after we were self improvement, after we were on self improvement, all we talked about was self improvement. It was self improvement, self improvement, self improvement, self improvement, self improvement. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, okay. Well, there is one thing though that we do speak about other than self improvement, and that's just yeah, second to girls. I won't lie. We speak about girls and then self improvement. But like, you get the point that I'm trying to make here, right? We take self improvement extremely seriously. So this I mean the benefit of this can't even be calculated when you have another man who's working just as hard as you are. And what I'm trying to bring accountability is how accountability plays a part in this is when one of us misses a workout and we know that the other one didn't miss their workout, right? They're pushing forward like aggressively, bro. You feel like trash, like your gut wrenches, like it twists. It's like damn. I mean, like in a way, like okay, you like it doesn't not all the time. But the part that gets you off is when they call you out. I hate being called out. I won't even be lying. Like it hurts my ego a bit, right? Like when I get called out, when someone points out a flaw in me, you know, like it's comfortable for me personally because I don't really know how to deal with that type of stuff because my social skills are still dog water. So I need to still improve on that. But yeah, I don't like being called out. But yeah, that's what we need to make sure that the accountability comes, right? Because he calls me out for my bullshit, right? He has no problem in telling me that I'm screwing up. He has no problem. And I can't stand that feeling of when he calls me out. So if you can find a person like him or even join a community that brings this sort of like environment and like like they call you out when you're not doing the work because they care about you, you're part of their tribe, and when they see weakness in you, they're definitely going to call you out for that because but back in the caveman days, when you saw that your fellow tribesman had a weakness, you called him out for it straight up, like the most masculine way possible. Like you're a pussy, like they'll say something like that, right? And like you're scared, and that's going to eventually, if you keep being scared, that might actually bring the downfall of the tribe. Maybe in the future, like it's going to make us as a collective group weaker. So of course, this is like crazy amount of accountability when you can find like a community that gives you this, or maybe even just one dude. Bro, I only have one dude who does this for me. like to this extent, and it's giving me so much growth. Because if I'm doing a hard workout, like we've worked out together before, and if I'm going ham, he's going to go ham too. You think a masculine man will just watch another man work his ass off and just stand there, just stand there? No. What? Like, of course you're not gonna do that, right? You also gonna be want to work out harder as well, and that's basically the feeling that we both give. And like all masculine relationships, there is a bit of competitiveness between us, and yeah. But in terms of accountability, bro, he holds me so much accountable. And the second accountability partner that we're going to move to is your environment. It is far much more easier for your environment to inflict change on you than you can on yourself. And so if you basically change your environment, you could immediately change yourself, right? Basically, right? Your environment can dictate a lot of different changes inside you. So this basically tells us like we should start making some big changes in our environment if it's going to help us keep us more accountable. So the way that I've personally implemented this is the electricity is not here. Right? It's load shedding. If but the way that I basically implemented is basically I don't know if you can see. You can't. Oh, okay, you can't see. No. There's like you can see it's like just a bunch of papers on my wall, and those papers, at least by uh, my bedside wall, those papers are just basically all quotes, right? So stuff like "do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Comfort is the killer of man. Sacrifice means to be progressively overloaded." And yeah, and stuff like my habit tracker. I've just implemented this recently, so I haven't really done much. Honestly, it's just today, honestly. But stuff like this, like your habit tracker, my scoreboard of accountability that just shows how many hours of deep work I've done in like per week. My goals are pasted on my wall. Stuff like this, and like other sayings and stuff. So when you have all this pasted on your wall, and all these stuff are burnt into your face when you're not doing the work, you have to put up with the fact that you're not living up to the words that you pasted on your wall. You have to live to the fact that you're not actually making any progress to your goals. You don't actually feel that. Oh, okay, I'll take a rest day today, right? In terms of work, I mean, like, come on, man, like, give me a break. When your goals are right in front of you, when you see that you haven't done many hours of deep work, when you see that you have so many like crosses on your habit tracker, bro, like that feels awful. That feels awful, right? And yeah, suddenly like you just feel this gut wrenching pain when you look at all these stuff. Like you're going to do the work. You're gonna make sure that you accomplish those goals. You make sure you do the deep work. You make sure you get those ticks on the habit tracker. You make sure that you live up to the words pasted on your wall, right? And this is great amount of accountability. And this is the way I use accountability in my environment. And the third accountability partner that we have, and the final accountability partner, is competition. So it's basically the men that you're trying to beat, for sure. When there's a men that you are actively trying to beat, excuse me, and you start slacking off, when there is a man that you are trying to beat and you are slacking off, you feel awful. You feel disgusted. Like you, bro, knowing that you're taking a hit, you taking some instant gratification activity, you're getting worse, and he's only on the rise, and you see his success, bro. You want it bad. Like you want it bad. When you didn't hit the workout, and you know for a fact he can be other side of the world. You know for a fact he did, bro. That pushes you forward. That pushes you forward, knowing that you both are both trying to go to get to the same goal, the same destination, and you're running. You're trying to outrun the other dude, bro. And you know that you've been slipping up, bro. You gotta push forward. You got to push forward because you're trying to beat him. And bro, when you see this other man is out working and you take that slack, the accountability here is that it creates this frustration, especially when you're obsessive about your competition. You feel frustrated, and this frustration is often what actually pushes us to be accountable. We're frustrated that we're not doing the work. This frustration is actually what we need, this negative emotion. Because most oftentimes, like A lot of people just don't actually have like the passion to do and to go and do something. A lot of times you don't actually feel motivated to do something. But when you have this negative emotion, like this actual need to change, this frustration, bro, you can like that use that as your motivator. So when you have competition and you're not actually putting in the work, you're gonna get hella motivated to catch up and beat them. You're going to tell yourself like, I won't lose. He won't beat me. He can't beat me. Like, I will beat him. Like, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that. You get back into the game. You want to outwork this dude. You want to out-improve this dude, outlast this dude, out-strategize this dude. Bro, I have one of my competitors' names pasted on my wall. So it's basically like, uh, remember that his name is improving right now. Remember that, the dude's name is improving right now. And I'm like, every time I look at this, I'm like, yeah, he's working. Like, and I know this dude, right? I know this dude. I know who he is. Bro, this guy trains hard. He trains hard. Like he consistently puts in the work. Like he's proper masculine and competitive as well. And he's 6'1", bro. He's over 6 foot tall. Like I ain't that tall either. So he's quite a fearsome dude. And I know that he's only getting better and he's just as obsessed about self improvement as I am. And we both have the same goals. I'm not gonna let this guy beat me. I'm not gonna let this guy beat me. And this crazy amount of accountability when you know that another man is out there, is out there to get you, bro. He's out there to get you. And you read his name on your wall. His name is pasted on your wall. You read that and you just like, damn, like I've got to push. I've got to improve. So yeah, reading that just puts a switch in my head. It just clicks something in my head, and I start putting in the work. So obsess about your competition, and it's gonna give you, or it's gonna reap you some crazy rewards. So that's the last way to implement accountability. Is find like a certain like competitor, some dude. Probably you shouldn't do put like a friend of yours, like because it maybe might even get a bit. A bit too heated. But personally, for me, I don't even know this dude. Like he doesn't know me, but like I don't know him personally. Right? He's just some dude on the internet who's like around my age, and he's working really hard, and I'm after this dude. So something like that, if you can implement that in, and you know that this guy is your competitor, you guys are both running in the same like long race against all men, then yeah, that's gonna push you forward. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys gained as much value, and keep improving.